I am not one, but I listen very well. And I'm listening to the people who are saying that this is not good. And I'm watching the news, and every single person who is a trained economist says that this is not going to end well. Treason is the act of betraying your country, typically by trying to overthrow the government or helping its enemies, which is one of the most serious crimes against the state. Yeah, I guess, bro. I guess. But that would mean treason was with the January 6ers, right? Those guys were committing treason, but they're sitting at home because they were pardoned. You guys don't care about treason. But they say that Greenland sits in a strategically critical location in the Arctic, is what they're saying. And yes, Arctic security, it is important. No one's saying that. That's why we have a base there. But Greenland is already part of NATO, and it's already part of the defense system. The U.S. already has military bases there. If we wanted to put more, we can. But what is this really all about?
So Trump's argument that America needs to seize Greenland really makes no sense. Like, make it make sense. We already got bases there, just like you just said. So why do we need to take it over?
Yeah, man. I mean, it like you said, it doesn't make sense politically. It's destroying unifications that we've had in place since World War II, NATO, and other people that we have been partners with for 100 years. So it doesn't really make any sense to destroy those partnerships for Greenland. It just doesn't make any sense. And what Europe is saying is, we will help with the Arctic security. We will work with you, but you cannot just threaten to take the land from a NATO ally. And a couple of them said that this will destroy NATO. Some have, thrown back on that and saying that it won't, but it's not looking good, man.
Oh, but let's be very clear about what Trump is doing here. He's threatening the sovereignty of a fellow NATO country.
David,
Mm.
don't come on here with those lies. We've seen President Trump put the National Guard wherever he wanted to. He does not have to ask Nancy Pelosi if he could bring the National Guard. Did he ask her when he put the National Guard in D.C. this last year? Did he ask her when he put the National Guard in Minnesota or Chicago? No, he just did it. It's unbelievable that you guys fall for his lies. But if he wanted the National Guard to be there on January 6th, they would have been there. But he did not call them. Come up with a better lie, bro, because it's getting old. It's ridiculous. So this is unprecedented, and it sends a terrifying message, man, to the rest of the world. That Donald Trump doesn't care about people and treaties. He doesn't care about our trade partners, our friends. He doesn't care about any of those agreements that's been put in place for forever. He will rip them up for whatever he wants to do. If you don't understand how important Greenland is to the security of the United States and Europe, break out a map and use your map. Hey, man, if you think that Russia is a problem that we need to be, going into a Cold War with them again, then I understand why we need Greenland. But are we really in the war? You guys were just saying how great Putin was and you love him, and he's not even doing anything. Y'all want him to take over Ukraine. He's not even doing anything. What is Trump really doing with Ukraine? But he's siding with Putin pretty much. So I'm not with the theories that you guys are so scared of Russians, when only thing that I see are you guys kissing their ass and Trump kissing his ass. So is that really a threat from Russia right now, when he loves Putin? He's up his butt 24/7. So I'm sorry, I don't see a threat from Russia. But if you want to say China, okay, maybe. But we haven't seen China in a war since 1979. They have not really been the push war people. And they're using the way we like to throw around our military might against us, making friendships across the world, trading partners across the world as they pass us up. Because they can we don't use war, and we don't go blow up people and take people out and replace people and put in new regimes. We don't do those things over here in China. And countries are getting cooler with China. They're helping out so many countries around the world. They're doing so much, man. I ain't gonna lie, they're lapping us, man. And they're about to pass us because we're doing everything we can to say fuck the rest of the world. It's just it's terrible. We don't need Greenland. We need to do something to help Americans because we have a problem right now. But
like you said, and this is happening at the worst possible time because Europe is depending on the United States to help defend Ukraine against Russia.
Yeah, and like I said, America doesn't really care. We're not really doing much. They were so mad at Biden for him helping because they didn't want any money going into foreign wars. But that wasn't really the thing, because now, he's willing to go blow up Ukraine and blow up Iran, blow up all these places, and they're not complaining about the money that's being spent on these situations and these wars. It's dropping bombs in Nigeria, just bombing wherever, Yemen, and they don't complain about the money spent on those bombings. But when it was going to Ukraine, they hated it. They were upset, pissed. NATO unity is more important now than at any time since World War II. But instead of strengthening alliances, Trump is ripping them
apart. And British Prime Minister Keir Starmer even said this week that the UK's own nuclear deterrence depends on maintaining good relations with America.
Crispy, a republic is a kind of democracy. Like, you just saying the same word twice, bro. I mean, y'all, it's so dumb. A republic is a democracy. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. A republic does not mean that they are not for democracy. And it's not built to be a democracy. Like, stop saying that. So Europe is stuck. If they stand up to Trump too hard, they risk losing U.S. military support. If they stay silent, they look weak. So they're in the conundrum. They're in the fucked up situation that our stupid ass leader has put them in. What will they do to get themselves out of this situation? To me, they have to stay strong. They have to stand up to this guy because he thinks they are weak. And he thinks that they are kissing his ass. How he talked about it, well, when they see me, they kiss my butt. They need to stop kissing his butt when they see him. They need to start being for real, like, fuck you, G. Because this dude, he thinks he uses America's history and the things that America has done and try to use those things to prop himself up. The sacrifices of people who died in the military. The sacrifices of people who died in World War II on the fucking beaches of Normandy. This dude who wouldn't even go to Vietnam trying to use what they've done to prop himself up. The sacrifices all these people made, losing family, people dying. He's trying to use it to say, well, America, we would have did this. And if it wasn't for us, y'all would be speaking German and Japanese. Like, he's so fucked up, man. That's not what you do when you the powerful. You the one that saved everybody. You don't go in there and tell everybody. This is ridiculous, man. I don't understand how anybody can sit around and watch this guy who wouldn't go to Vietnam at all, talking about bone spurs. And then he's using their sacrifices to say how great he is and how great America is. We would have did. Nah, dog. They did that. You didn't do shit. You didn't do nothing. Those people sacrificed, lost their lives for others to be okay from the Nazis. Yep. Now we got Americans, Elon Musk and all these other people putting up Nazi symbols, Hail Hitler. They just clowning. Saw the guys Myron Gates and what's his name? Fuentes. They at the club in Miami singing the Kanye Hail Hitler song. Like, these people are disgusting, man. The people who sacrificed their life back in World War II would smack the shit out of these people today. Because they're straight racist today. Get up out of here with that.
Draft dodgers should never be elected to any office.
For real. Even Nicki Minaj says the Christians slaughtered in Genesis. Man, shut up, man. It's a made up story, and who cares what Nicki Minaj says? I can't even believe that y'all even using her. Y'all crazy. Yep. Y'all talk down about her for I don't know how long. Now she's the person
they love her.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
But guess who's sitting around loving every single second of the chaos that's being created and that's going on around the world?
Yeah, man. You're right. Fuentes is Mexican, but I don't know. Somehow he sees himself as a white man. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. Yeah, that shit did come out with Elon was stealing the Social Security numbers. You're right, Ryan. Yep. Like, dog, it's all was a scam. He getting into the information. Everybody's like, dog, we don't want this dude seeing all this What's going on? They're sending it to a third party. They're sending information to a third party, our Social Security numbers. Like, dog, this is disgusting stuff. What's going on, man?
They got all your information.
And they clapping. Yeah, Doge. Yeah. We just let this richest dude in the world go in through our information, all through our shit. Access to everything. Shit. And y'all like clapping on and shit.
Like, he can take any one of y'all's Social Security numbers and say it's him.
Hey, did you see Nick Fuentes? They asked him when they was at that club that they said, hey, we're going to bring some girls over, man. He was like, no. Quick, he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going where any women are. No. Like, what? I don't know, man. Dude offered, I'm bringing women. And he said no so fast. And this the dude, that's y'all leader? That's y'all leader. Dog, I can't believe these dudes, man, follow this Nick Fuentes.
They offered you a bunch of women and you said no?
He said no fast.